New sublimation project here today, and it's making these LED night lights. Not sponsored. I saw these on Amazon. I thought those are pretty cool. I'm going to check them out, and they've become quite popular. So what it is a piece of acrylic, like so. It's 5x7, and then you have a base, wooden base that is LEDs inside there. That it comes with a cable on. You would plug it into an LED or a USB adapter. I've got it plugged into my laptop right now, and you could do anything you want. You could do a photo on them. You could do the graphics like I'm doing here. You know, we got unicorn, or Christmas is coming, and Santa Claus over here. So we're going to do a couple more Christmas themed ones. I'm going to show you how to do it and what it takes coming up. So the acrylic comes wrapped in plastic, and you're going to need to take the layers of plastic off. When I say layers, I'll show you what I mean here. There'll be a shrink wrap layer on the outside. This needs to be taken off like so. Now, there is one side is more white than the other, and that's the side you'll be sublimating to. There is also a protective film on the acrylic on both sides that will need to be taken off. And sometimes it can be a stinker to get started. So you'll end up with a little sheet like that, and you'll need to do it from the other side as well. On the side you'll be sublimating on. And that side usually sticks pretty hard, like it is here. Make sure you get it all off. And then once you do, try not to touch that white surface. So now I'll get my other one prepped here, and then we'll get the graphics. We'll go over to the heat press. Now, something else you're going to need after you press this, yes, you can do it with a Cricut Easy Press too. You're going to have to stand still for that 120 seconds. The temperature is 356 degrees for 120 seconds. Might want to jot that down. If you're doing it with a Cricut Easy Press, use both hands, get pretty good pressure on it, and stand still. Don't move, and don't wiggle it while you're doing it. Can you do it with an iron? No, can't do it with an iron. You need a heat press or a Cricut Easy Press. The other thing you're going to need is some weight. And what I'm going to be using are boxes of 3D printer film, because I've got stacks of them over there, to put some weight on it. Because once the heat press opens up, and you take off your sublimation paper, you want to put a weight on it until it cools down, or it will do this. It'll bow like this and warp. That's why you want to put the weight on it until it cools off and becomes good and solid again. So again, I'm going to get the other one here prepped, and then we'll head over to the heat press. Okay, got my graphics laying there, and I should have mentioned that in this particular case, do not mirror your graphics. It is not necessary to mirror them. Make sure you put this with the white side up. You get your graphics set on it. Yeah, I may do a little heat tape here just to keep things from moving around. It also gives you are able to see through that enough to be able to see where your graphic is back there. So it wouldn't hurt to put a couple pieces of heat tape on. Keep everything in place. Okay, we're going to be doing one of these. I didn't like the way the other graphic laid out on it. So we'll get this here set. And normally I would put paper over the top. Oh, there's some. I didn't know if I had any handy or not. Now remember, you're going to need some weight to put on top of that. As soon as that comes back off, and you take your sublimation paper off. We'll put that in there, 356 degrees for 120 seconds. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to set weight on it. And that'll have to set there for probably 60 seconds. Okay, when you pull your paper off, it's going to look pretty dull, but wait till you turn it over. So here's our finished item there, and we'll just set them in the base. And I don't know how well that will show up under the studio lights here, but it does light it up well. Maybe I can go turn a couple of them off for a minute. So there it is with just sitting lights on, not the studio lights. And as you see, it lights up pretty well. So there it is with just the window light that's coming in through the window, because it is daytime. But at night, that makes a very nice little night light. So there it is, a now little night light that for sublimation project. And as I say, you don't need expensive heat press for that. You could use a Cricut Easy Press. I just choose to use my big heat press because I have it and it was already on. So it was already preheated and everything. All I do is set the temperature for this. So again, this is not sponsored by any means. I saw these on Amazon, thought they were pretty cool, so I bought some. I will put a link in the description of where you can get them, as well as all the other equipment and stuff I used here if you're interested in any of that. So if you got anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up, always helps the channel. I'm Roger in the shop, actually in the loft above the shop. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next one.